This week HD does not stand for high definition, but for hospitality design, and a conference at Sands Expo, attracting some 7,000 people, the top designers in the nation, folks who are designing for hotels, spas, restaurants, and other large entities. Anyway, let's see what's going on. I'm at the Durkan exhibit, D-U-R-K-A-N, and they seem to be having a lot of friends drop in. One of the things I like best about conventions is looking at the flower arrangements that are prepared to decorate some booths. This one's quite unusual, very attractive. Here's a modern bathroom setup from Hans Grohe. Quite beautiful, I have to say. Of interest to the Las Vegas crowd are exhibits by Tropitone, and they have used the same colors that, fortunately, we have in our outdoor furniture. So I guess we'll be relevant for a couple years. Global Allies has this display of hospitality chairs. Many of them are the ones that we have seen before, but this is quite unusual, as this one, very attractive. Milliken carpets are on display. These I assume are available to anyone and not made especially for one client, but they are quite unusual. Here we go. This display says, there's a sign at the left which says suitable hospitality fabrics. So for those folks who are tired of a black suit and a white shirt, let's try some wild fabrics. I want a chandelier that is something different. This is part of the Freeform exhibit. Beautiful fixtures are always interesting. This is part of the Simmons exhibit, and they have actual water flowing through the fixtures. If you've been to the Wynn Resort, you notice that there are lots of tassels that accompany the draperies that they have throughout the resort. And Samuel and Son did those tassels. This is a tassel company, and this is their exhibit. I love the slogan for Sentiva Flooring. It is flooring created for every step you take. And lots of examples here. I'm talking with Richard Anderson, and he represents the Poems Company. Tell us about your company as quickly as you can.
Well, we represent countless artists, and we do print on demand on giclée, fine art paper, and we have fine poster line with over 600 images. And we do substrates, alternative with bamboo, brushed aluminum, and acrylics.
And these would be for hotels?
Hotels, boutiques, big box, catalog companies. We're in Coldwater Creek, Arcacia.
Okay.
And we just have a great time with it, and have some beautiful images.
How's business?
Great.
Love that answer.
Yeah.
The sign beneath this piece says, Owen Adam, see what we can create for you. Well, this is a showstopper. This is York wall coverings, and look what they have. Textures on the walls. This is Lutech Company, and they have a tiny little bed, TV above the bed, and look at this chandelier, or wall hanging, or whatever you call it. This is Greg Luger's from Jasper Chair Company, and they've been making chairs since 1921. So my question is, with America having bigger butts, are you making bigger chairs?
Well, we're definitely trying to address that. In a lot of cases, depending on the chair, if it's an armless chair, as an example here, the seat width is wide enough where it would be able to access somebody who would have, let's quote unquote, a wider butt. More importantly, what we're trying to do is with an armchair design, this chair is actually constricted a little bit if you look at the arms. The seat width is actually wide enough here, but the arms are constraining the user because of the dimensional itself.
Yeah.
Whereas in an application like this chair, changing the construction of the arm to actually set the arm away from the seat, whereby expanding the overall dimension for the user, thereby taking into account a little bit wider back end, so to speak.
From one who would use that chair, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming to Jasper Chair.
Well, if you've ever wondered what is inside a chair, here's a display at Elements Contract Furniture. At first I thought, oh my goodness, that's very unattractive, but that's the inside of the chair. This is a copper sink made by Fascinate, and I'm told this is recycled copper, and it would cost somewhere a little bit more than $1,000 retail. So if you're interested in a copper sink, here they are. This is Habitat Design, some kind of wine rack. Holiday lights just aren't for holidays anymore. This is the Y&H display. Eileen was telling me about the popularity of all these sprigs she designs, and they make these with LED lights, and look how bright they are. Very, very nice. This is an interesting display of hanging paints by Fresh Paint. They are art advisors. They have a display that does make you stop and look. More club equipment, and this time hot pink is the color. I have a friend who's painting rooms in hot pink, and she'll be thrilled to know she's right on trend. Speaking of umbrellas, here's one that is posed over a dining table, and here we're having a demonstration of how it works. There are a lot more umbrella type devices here than I ever knew of. Look at this. It becomes a tent. Here we're looking at combination coffee tables and fire pits for the outdoor living area. Perhaps one of the clubs in Las Vegas would be interested. Somewhat surprised to see this display here, full of trash containers and a few other kitchen items, and I guess for condo developments and hotels with kitchens, this has appeal. Some of our local casinos have this kind of wall of water. It's always fascinating. This is a display of various tiles. I'm not quite sure what the lady in front has to do other than this is Las Vegas and why not. And here is the display. Elise Edwards tile and stone, and Bedrosian's tile and stone. These are Irwin products from Morganville, New Jersey, and I guess this is part of what you might purchase to set up your buffet. Lots of silk flowers here. Huge displays. This beautiful piece of wood is part of Acrolite, heat resistant to 240 degrees. Lots of beautiful pieces here. Bedside lamps by Nouveau. We entered the show through the Sands, but we are exiting through the Venetian. And I was told by the lady at the door, anytime you see this kind of carpet, you are at The Venetian.